It's the Money Man, Eddie Money, and who's hanging out with you right now? It's me, Laguna's Only FM, that's KX 93.5. Turn it up, baby, it's good music.
All right, Jason Feddy here with KX 93.5. We are in the KX 93.5 room at Sunset Sessions, which is a convention of some kind.
Yes, it
here
is.
in Carlsbad, California.
Carlsbad, right, yeah. By the way, Laguna's only rock and roll station to listen to, huh?
That's right, that's what we are.
We want to make sure you're aware of that, and turn it up, will you please?
Thank you. Eddie Money here,
Aye.
of course.
Holding a guitar.
Freddy Food Stamps.
holding a guitar that you barely play a few chords for us, Eddie, if you don't mind, just to get us going.
Hello.
Hello. The family band. We're going to take over the world.
He's not a guitar player.
No.
I've actually never seen him play a guitar.
Yeah, you're a sax player, really, aren't you?
I play a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Master of none. I play a lot of harmonica. They come to see me sing, play the hits. That's what it's all about.
That's right, man. That's right, man.
You
It's
do play
hard
a lot of
life.
your own music.
Yeah.
You sound like it's a tough life there. You make it sound like it's... You just
Well, I sold 27 million records. I should have saved the money. Who knew, huh? Who knew?
So you might put these kids through college instead of having to put them on the road at this,
I wanted him
such a tender age.
I wanted him in dental school. I wanted him in pre-med. I don't know what happened.
And you want to be,
Eddie Money's children are here and actually looking relatively normal and in good shape, considering. This is Jess. Hello, Jess.
Station,
yeah.
you guys.
Thank you for wearing the T-shirt. If you could just move it, thank you. And this is Des. And this is Julian. He's not a scion, not the fruit of Eddie's loins,
Right.
but he is in the band, the drummer. And I believe
He's my little brother.
What are you doing here, Eddie? At this thing?
I'm promoting the children, and I took my wife down here.
She actually brought herself.
And I love the San Diego area. I love Laguna Beach. It's great to be out of the house. It's the weekend. It's almost the weekend. Actually, I got to take a plane to Washington D.C. tomorrow night, and I'm doing a live show tomorrow on someplace in the Hilton, playing Baby Hold On and 2 tickets and Take Me Home Tonight and all that stuff.
Oh, that's great. So where do you guys usually live? Where's your base?
We're based out of Malibu, California.
Oh yeah, all right. So you've come down the coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've made a little trip down
right.
here. And I'm afraid I missed the show yesterday because I have to look after my dog. The wife's away.
Right.
What kind of dog you got?
We've got a Lhasa Apso mini poodle mix.
Oh, you do.
People that listen to my show on KX 93.5 know the dog. She's called Mrs. Pickles.
That's adorable.
Yeah, no, she's very cute, but she's going to be locked out of the studio from this weekend on because we're having the carpets cleaned.
Right.
The studio, so she knows that
Is there a reason why she's called Mrs. Pickles? Is it like she have accidents or something?
No, I like pickles. What can I tell you?
There you go.
There you go.
That's the real reason.
I like Janice Joplin. That's my dog's name.
Janice, very cool. So, what kind of a band are you? What sort of music are you playing?
Alternative rock. We just like to, take all of, everything we've been listening to throughout.
Our inspiration, just kind of combine them into like this bowl of rock madness.
Yeah.
That's cool. A bowl
Lots
of
of
rock
feeling.
madness.
Yeah,
I like
We
it.
like to take
feeling.
all the, essence of all the classic stuff, but then also throw in some of the new stuff, but just have it like underneath it,
But you gotta do the Eddie Money stuff too on stage, fix your hair.
Yeah, but we're just trying to keep it real without,
going.
keep it going with the real instruments.
Actually, it's called Des Money and the Phase. I was going to call them the Dysfunctionals, but they didn't want to hear that. The Y generation. Why do I have to finish school? Why do I got to go to work? Why?
Or Eddie Money and the Chump Change, that's what I like.
Jump it. It's now you're getting what you deserve.
Right,
now I'm
right.
afraid you're going to get it. You shouldn't have been born with mouths.
Yes, it's true. That's true.
But you've had an interesting life, Eddie Money. You've been like you're the son and brother of cops,
Right, sure.
And yet you went a different way with your life.
Well, I didn't want to be on the police department for 25 years. My father was a cop, and he was such a grump, and I didn't want to be in a uniform for 20 years of my life. And so, like the Beatles say, so I quit the police department, got myself a steady job, and I moved out to California. Landed a record deal with the legendary Bill Graham back in the late 70s, and Saturday Night Live, and Budokan, and the US Festival at Madison Square Garden. Sold a lot of records and had a lot of fun and
Had a bunch of
spent a lot of
kids.
money, and here I am.
And
Got married, had 5 kids. I should have got that TV fixed, but you know how that is, right?
Well, they're all making fun of you, Eddie, but I'll tell you, but you've been sober a long time too, right?
Well, I'll have 4 years this time. I mean, I think Joe Walsh said to me, Eddie, when he doesn't need an exorcist, he doesn't need a sponsor, he needs an exorcist. But,
Right.
you know, due to the, I'm doing okay, you know.
Good for you. Well, you know what they say.
Live from Betty Ford, it's the Eddie Money Show, but we're having a lot of fun.
As long as your sobriety date is in the past, that's a good thing, right?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Right. Very cool. So, what are you guys writing about? Obviously, you've got a lot to write about. You've got this deadbeat dad,
Right.
complete drunk lunatic.
That's
so I
right.
think that's probably what's.
My wife calls me, you're nothing but a fat has-been, you know? I'm not,
Okay,
you know.
she never said that. She just said you're just like Joe Jackson.
Leave the kids alone. What are you, Joe Jackson? She says to me.
Listen, I charge a lot of money for counselling, so I'm not gonna get.
I'm ready to lay down.
What are you writing about lyrically?
Well, we just kind of write about, you know, just some like love songs and just about life.
Well,
We don't
Des,
really-
you wrote your record. You know, whenever
Yeah.
we jam, we just sing about whatever. You know,
Yeah.
it really is.
Right.
So just kind of take it as it comes.
just
You know.
make a song about literally like whatever.
Just whatever's on your mind.
Yeah.
And it's about the feeling of the music.
Yeah, just feel it
Yeah.
out, and if you don't feel it, then you can't make it. You know.
See, when I was jamming with my friends, I ended up making silly songs like about like just random stuff. Like, what should I sing about? Like chicken. Something like just making songs about chickens. Just whatever. You know,
Right.
you just whatever idea comes, you take that as a project and you make that into some fun song and just it ends up being really random.
You've got the performance gene. It's totally obvious from our conversation here. Just
Yeah.
straight in, you know, having a good time. Record coming out.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we got one coming out in the spring. It should be coming out in the spring. We actually got 12, 13 songs recorded, and just
How long did that take? Because I imagine there's so much fun in the studio with you guys.
Took
You probably
about a
get
year and
nothing
a
done.
half, actually.
Right, I was going to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so finally done and getting it, you know, performing. It just, you know, feels natural to be on stage with my family, and got really good friends that also that are in the band. So
Yeah,
you know, it's
my dad just wanted to just hire us as his band, and we were like, well, you know, we're kind of gonna do our own.
But they didn't
Yeah.
drive a tour bus, so I didn't need it.
Dad, no.
yeah. So,
Well, I got fired off the tour, so.
and
Right,
quit.
Dad?
Is that
and
true?
Got fired again.
Tell us this story. How did that happen?
I don't know what happened. Dad, how did I get fired? I think I got fired because
How about because you lost your license? And I paid
It's
for
a
an
DUI I got
A5
out.
and she couldn't drive it for a year. Would that?
no, I couldn't because you hid it from me and I. Found
Anyway,
it.
guys, I want to tell you something. We're trying to make some money for the wounded veterans that are coming back from Afghanistan with these head trauma injuries, and we have a new single out called One More Soldiers Coming Home. So KX93.5 is going to play it, and it's for the
Yes,
vets
yeah.
coming back. And I just want to bring that up because you know, they're out there serving our country, and they're not just doing it for the GI Bill. They're doing it because they love this country, and I sleep a lot better at night with them over there.
Right, absolutely. This is wonderful. Eddie Money, One More Soldier,
One More Soldiers Coming Home.
coming home, and we'll be playing that on Cakes 93.5.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, thank you for that, and thanks, obviously, for those guys' service. And your record is called what?
Take Me Down.
Take Me Down, and the band is called?
Des Money in the Phase.
And what's the website?
I think it's just
It's in the making.
DesMoneyMusic.com.
It's going to be desmoneymusic.com. I can't thank the Moneys enough for coming into the studio here. I feel like everybody in this room should be applauding now.
Thank you so much.
No, thanks again. Have a great weekend.
Okay, buddy,
It's a
huh?
pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Huh?